Okay, thank you. Our project is called Nxtgen Doctor, and basically, like it sounds, it's just a next generation doctor. We are making a patient monitor, and so the patient monitor, basically what it does is it takes in temperature, pressure, and heart rate readings from a patient, and it relays them to our processor here, which then sends them to a server via a Wi-Fi module. Now from the server, or to the server, we use an API which it's a custom API which we have made, and then now we save the data in the server, and we have an Android application for a doctor. Now this should be the client side, or no, not the client side, but the patient side, which is attached to a patient. Now the doctor has an Android application into which he can log in, and he has several patients attached to his name or to his account. Now from there he can view a list of patients. He can view a list of patients on his screen, and after looking at the list of patients, so the doctor can view a list of patients on his screen, and when he selects any one of those patients, he should be able to get data for that particular patient. We're having internet challenges, but yeah, right there he should be able to load data for that particular patient. Now that data is in terms of temperature, pressure, and heart rate. Our gadget sends data every 2 seconds. Now every 2 seconds, that's very real time, so the data that we're coming to the doctor would be very real time, and he can be able to monitor the conditions. The other thing is that when the conditions for any one patient gets critical, the doctor will receive a custom alert with the patient ID, the bed number, and the ward, so that he can really target his attendance to that patient. Now the gadget looks somewhat like this. We have the 3D model. We have the 3D model of the device, which after being printed, it will look like this. So that's the basic gadget, and so it's going to be strapped on the wrist of a patient. Now on the wrist of the patient, we can be able to read his heart rate, his pressure, and we can also take the temperature by attaching a sensor to his skin, and from that now we should get data here. Now we are planning to have this device deployed in hospitals, let's say for instance public hospitals with very large number of patients and very few doctors. Now in such setups, the hospital itself will need to acquire several of these devices which are attached to every patient, and then the data for the patient can be relayed to the doctor. Yes, so we think it's very viable. One, because it's really cheap. The whole cost of the materials to this point that we have gotten is like 2,000 shillings. So we are going to produce it at a cost that is less than 5,000 shillings, and looking at large scale production, it should come really low, and it should be viable in an economy like Kenya, and for a setup like our hospitals where we need quick solutions which are workable, affordable, and they're also very simple. So it's really a simple project, as you see. So that's next generation doctor, and we are looking to partner with big players in the industry who have looked at doing very large projects. Like Philips are doing very large projects, but now these are small projects. We could partner with them and see if they can go into this market of small patient monitors that can be deployed rapidly in hospitals without such a large financial cost on the hospital. Yeah, sure. Thank you.